Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Network, and we are about to broadcast yet another game in our 1969 replay. We are on September 20 in our 1969 replay. And very glad to have you decide to join us and spend some time and enjoy a ball game. This one is the Seattle Pilots at the Minnesota Twins. The Twins, already the American League Western champions, have long clinched, and we are in Minnesota. And again, I want to thank you all for coming here. This is the second of a three-game series between the clubs. Minnesota won the first one 5-3. In this one, it will be Rob Bender starting for Seattle. He's a right-hander. And Jim Perry, also a right-hander. Perry has won 19 games. May I say that if he wins his 20th today, he will be the second player on this club, the Minnesota Twins, to have won 20 games. Already, Boswell has won 23. And Kathy's going to go for Seattle. And maybe they'll get Billy riled up today. Yeah. That would be a bonus. Indeed. I've got coffee. Thank you, Kathy Harden. I've got coffee. I am drinking the last cup from the last coffee, but another pot will be made. So again, Perry, there's only one other team in baseball. In fact, if I look at this, wait a minute now. Perry won 20 in real world, and Boswell won 20. They had two 20-game winners anyway in real world. And I believe so did I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure McNally won over 20. But in our replay, Cuellar leads with 24. And McNally has 21, so both. Baltimore has two 20-game winners, and good morning, Joel. I know it's Willie's 93rd birthday, and you know I went on X, and I don't know what happened, but I posted today's on this date. I do on this date historical posts on X, formerly Twitter, and I posted all on May 6th, yesterday. And given the perfectionist I am, I deleted them all because they were posted on the wrong day, and I'm not going to do them again. So I'll it's just the way that went. Let's look at our starting lineups here. For Seattle, it is Donaldson leading off at second. Whitaker, he rarely. Tommy Harper is out today, by the way. Tommy Harper is out. He'll be back next game. The third of this 3-game series. So Kennedy is playing third, John Kennedy. But in any case, the lineup is Donaldson leading off at second, Whitaker in right, Walton in left, Hovley in center, Goosen at first, McNerney the catcher, Kennedy at third, Clark at short, and Brabender the pitcher. He's got a +2 quotient. And for the Minnesota Twins, it'll be Ted Uhlander leading off in left, Carew at second, Oliva in right, Killebrew at third, Reese at first, Tovar in center, Roseboro catching, Cardenas at short, and Jim Perry the pitcher. Again, 19 wins, a win here, he goes to 20. "93 years old. And we're waiting for the Twins to take the field. Here in Minneapolis. The attendance for this game is 12,797. This was a day game on a Saturday. Kind of low attendance considering how well this team was doing. I think they had clinched already. Well, nearabouts 11. They had an 11-game lead. They have a 21-game lead. Minnesota doing much better than they did in real world. They were 90 and 60 on this date, and they are 105 and 45 on this date. I think that works it out. One of my fears is that the wins losses do not match up to accurate, that that every team plays every game. But if that happens, it happens, and as long as no one is like one game behind or something. Oh. And the Minnesota Twins take the field. Here's Jim Perry on the mound, taking his warm-ups. And leading it off for Seattle is John Donaldson. Left-handed hitter. Perry is ready now. He gets the sign from Roseboro. Here's his windup and the pitch to Donaldson. 4-9 left-handed, grounds to short X for Cardenas. He's a 233. He gets it on a G1. 33 though, 3-5-7. Could be trouble. No, he throws him out. So a ground ball to Leo Cardenas, hit by Donaldson, thrown out, throws it to Reese, one away, we're underway. And Steve Whitaker is the batter. Okay, Whitaker steps in, left-handed hitter. Here's Perry now. And the pitch to Whitaker. 3-7 right-handed, he flies it to center. And under that is Tovar. And he makes the catch. It's 2-way. Here in the top of the first, I'm gonna make some new coffee after this half inning, and then I'm gonna maybe move on by noon, just for a micro. Danny Walton, the youngster. Here's Perry. And the pitch. 6-5, right-handed. Oh, it's hit well. To left field, back to the wall goes Eulander, and right before the warning track, he makes the catch, and the side is retired. It was a long fly ball hit by this youngster, Danny Walton, who has power. He's got the end power. It was 1-3, but it was an 18. It was clearly in the park, and Eulander was right under it. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jim Perry. And we've gone a half, and the score is Seattle 0, and Minnesota coming to bat. We have a question, top of the second, from Kathy. Top of the second. You gotta just bear with me. I need to do a couple things here real quickly here. Oh. Oh. There we go. Okay. Oh. That was just a little housekeeping task that I had to take care of. I'm gonna make some coffee, folks, and when I come back, we'll continue this ball game. It only takes a couple minutes. We got that going here. Thank you. Gene Brabender takes the mound. He's won 8 this year. He won 13 in real world. We've got one coming after this half inning, Demos. Thank you, Demos. Leading it off for the Twins is Ted Eulander here in the bottom of the first. We're just underway here, basically. And Brabender is on the mound, right-hander. Here's the windup and the pitch to Eulander. That's 4-6 left-handed. It's hit well into the gap. It's dropping for a double. Eulander leads it off with a double off Brabender. That was a 4-6 left-handed. Eulander quite a hitter. And here comes Rodney now. Okay, Brabender from the stretch already. Here's the pitch to Carew. 5-7, left-handed, grounds to second X. That'll be for Donaldson. And of course he's a 4. A 4-24. That's going to be a 9-4. That's going to be a G3 pound. No one being held. Nothing. No, infield isn't in. It's a G3 4-8 11. Donaldson at 24. Oh, and he boots it. It's a G3E1. It's an error by Donaldson. And, you know, those 4s, you know, those will take a toll. I know that Demos has an abhorrence for 4s, especially in the outfield. And now suddenly the Twins have first and third and nobody out. And that's going to bring up Tony Oliva. I mean, this lineup is a killer. Okay, Reese hit over 300. You know, Reese, by the way, I don't think he qualified, you know, with enough plate appearances. I could be wrong. But he's still, that's 322 and 419 at bats. That's some real hitting. Here's Oliva now, first and third. Infield is back. No use bringing that in now at this point. Here's Brabender. Pitch to Oliva. That's 1-6 right-handed. He grounds it to second. No one. Oh, I forgot to hold Carew. Look at that. And that is what you call, folks, I want to tell you, he's not being held. He is not going for the lead. And anyway, it doesn't matter because that is in super advanced. That is only for infield in. Okay? And I said the infield is back. Isn't that something? And we work that into our replays, is that when I, acting as manager for both teams, quote unquote forget or neglect to even address the steal situation, it didn't matter, then that's incorporated into the game. And on that play, a 1-6 right-handed, it's going to be a double play. It's Donaldson who stepped on the bag and threw Oliva out, and Uhlander scores. And no run batted in. And it's 1-0. Scoring on the double play ball. Now it's 2 outs, nobody on. And here's Harmon now. Here's Brabender now. 1-9 right-handed. He struck him out. And the side is retired. We will consider that. That would have been 1 out. But then you wouldn't have had the runner on first for the double play. So it would have been 2 outs. We're consider that an earned run. We're not going to start messing with all that. It is 1 run on 1 hit. The leadoff double by Uhlander, the error by Donaldson, the double play that scored Uhlander, and then Killebrew struck out. We've gone 1, and it is a 1-0 ball game, Minnesota. Very strange inning, if you ask me. Now I say, everybody, let's give it up here for Kathy Harden, as she has a question here, top of the 2nd. Kathy Harden, trivia, question 1. Wait for it now. Here it is. Which of these pitchers threw the most walks in a no-hitter in the 20th century? Maloney, Belinsky, Ryan, or Seaver? And it's got to be Maloney. It's got to be Maloney. How do you know that? Oh, Bill. Oh, Bill. Bill Ivamy gets it with Maloney. And that was one hell of a question. Where you find these, Kathy? Yeah, I knew about that. I knew about that. I knew about Belinsky had the first for the Angels. I think it was in '62, their second year. And I guess it was the first in what they called Chavez Ravine. They called it Chavez Ravine when the Angels played there, and they called it Dodger Stadium when the Dodgers played there. It's a stadium that had two names. Thank you again, Kathy Harden, and thank you, Bill Ivamy. I'm gonna go get some coffee here. And we're going to move on now to the top of the second here. Here's Jim Perry now. Perry retired the Pilots in order in the first. He's looking for number 20, a milestone. And leading it off will be Steve Hovley, left-handed hitter. Hovley steps into the batter's box here. Okay, Perry now is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Hovley. Kathy Harden for the Pilots. 211 right-handed, grounds it to first. And that's scooped up by Reese, and he takes it to the bag, 1 out. That's 4 in a row retired by Perry thus far. And here's Greg Goosen now. And go check this guy out, folks. Check him out because he provides some very interesting commentary on that documentary I've talked about too many times as he was on this team. So Goosen steps into the box. the late Greg Goosen. And we've got another one, top of the fourth. Keep them coming, please. Please keep them coming, Kathy Hart. It's one out. And Goosen, man's got some power. Look at that card. Look at that right-handed card there. Perry better pitch him carefully. Here's the windup and the pitch to Goosen now. That's 5-7 right-handed, and that is going to be a base hit for Goosen. Goosen singles. It was a 5-7 right-handed. Goosen is on, not being held. And here's Jerry McNertney now. McNertney, a real professional catcher. Probably one of the best they've had. One of the best players they had all around as a real catcher. Okay, McNertney with Goosen on first, one down. Here's Perry from the stretch. Goosen got a good piece of that pitch from Perry. Here's the pitch to McNertney now. That's going to be 4-9 right-handed. Grounds to short for Leo. Leo is a 233. He's a little high on the E rating, but he gets to balls very, very nicely. 233, 15-2 gets to it, G1. Could be a double if he doesn't boot it or throw it away. E33, uh-oh, 6-12, 15. That doesn't smell right. Yes, he boots it. Oh my, it did not smell right to me at all from the beginning. It was a 6-12, 15 E33. It's an E1. It is a G1 E1. And that's going to be an error on Leo. Second error of the ball game. First for Minnesota. And it is first and second, one out. You want to sneak one? You sneak whatever you want, Bill. I got a top of the third. Just give me a chance to play the music, will you? Give me a chance to play the music. It'll be top of the third with a question. Keep them coming, folks. Here's John Kennedy, first and second, one down. Seattle has something going here. Perry from the stretch. And the pitch to Kennedy. That's 2-5 right-handed. Oh, he struck him out. He went down swinging. That's the first strikeout for Perry today. 2 down now for Ron Clark. Oh. Here's Clark now. From the stretch, Perry. And the pitch. That's going to be 6-6 right-handed, and that's a drive hit out into the gap for Ron Clark, and it's dropping for a double. Goosen scores. McNerney goes to third, and it's unearned. A clutch double here by Ron Clark. Look at it again, 6-6. Right-handed double 1 to 12, it's a 9. It was first and second. McNerney went to third on that. It was 2 asteroids. And now it's a 1-1 ball game. How the hell do you like that? And that'll bring up Broadbender. How do you like that? A clutch situation for Ron Clark. A 193 hitter for this Seattle organization. Ooh. Oh, I really don't know much. I don't know anything about Ron Clark. I'm sure there were a lot of Ron Clarks in the world. I bet you there were some Ron Clarks in baseball. Kathy Harden is pleased. She's for the Pilots. I think the Twins are getting a little too big for their britches, playing like 10 games over, you know, over their real world record, for goodness sakes. Okay, here's Broadbender now. Second and third, 2 outs. Perry. And the pitch to Broadbender. Uh-oh, 4-5. Oh, he grounds it to third. That's for Killebrew. He fields it nicely. And throws it over to Reese very nicely. And the side is retired. Okay, so it is 1 run. It is an unearned run, if you will. 2 hits, the error by Leo, which really was a real bummer for that. 2 left on. We're in the middle of the second. We've got a ball game here. And out comes Broadbender now, no longer losing this game. We are early on here. Oh, that is good coffee. Are you sure about that, Demos? Ron Clark, the Clark Bar. I wonder what that bar, and that was a pretty good bar. Ron Clark, had a 189 lifetime average. Played a long time, relatively, 10 years, considering. He's 81, he's still alive. The Clark Bar was pioneered by Irish immigrant David L. Clark in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1917. The manufacturing process used a recently developed approach that allowed a thin milk chocolate shell to surround a non-chocolate filling. and you want to compare some people like to compare the Clark bar and the Butterfinger. Well, the Butterfinger I don't think the Butterfinger has chocolate, but I could be wrong. But it is a David L. Clark and I thought you might like to know that. And I'll tell you, that is a good bar. Okay, that is a good freaking bar, as bars go. Well, here's Brabender. We have a sneak in at the top of the third from Bill. He's going to sneak one in here after this half inning. It's a 1-1 game. It's going to be Rich Reese to lead it off. That was a David Clark, not a Ron Clark. And it was back in 1917. Here's Brabender now. The pitch to Reese. That's going to be 4-8 left-handed. Walked him. So Reese is on. Brabender, a +2, makes him 1-15. 1-13 with a lead. He's not even going to try for the lead with all that garbage. And we're just going to use some sort of intuitive process to not even consider holding him, even though I know I'm not going. You see, folks, when you're playing solitaire, I don't mean to sound authoritative here, as if I know, but for me, when I'm playing solitaire, I need to play this intuitively, rather intuitively. All those chances for him to get picked off, as David refers to, makes it not worth even holding. So Reese is on. And it's going to be Cesar Tovar now. Tovar not being held for the bunt, and he is going to bunt it down. He's going to bunt that down. Here's another case where we're going to see a bunt down. Bunts down. He's a B. He'll stay a B. It's Reese on first. He lays it down. Hits it to first. It's a 9B, and it is good. Goosen had to take it to the bag, and Reese goes to second on that. Goosen just barely got to it. He's lucky he was able to bring that back to get the out. And so the Twins have a runner in scoring position with one out here as Tovar sacrifices. Tovar can almost do it all. He even hit 11 home runs. He can run. He can play almost every position. Here's Johnny Roseborough now. This is the situation. They want to put here Reese in scoring. position with one out, and Roseboro Cardenas on deck. Here's Brabender from the stretch. That's going to be a 110 right-handed. He struck him out. Oh, Brabender. Got Roseboro swinging on a 2-2 count. And that's going to bring up Leo in a clutch situation. Yes, it is, folks. Clutch situation here. Oh, that almost went down the wrong pipe. That gulp of coffee. Okay, here's Brabender facing Leo Cardenas. 2 outs. It's Reese on second. Here's Brabender now, trying to get out of this. The pitch to Leo. That's going to be a 5-4 right-handed. Fly ball center. Oh, boy. Demos, he's a 4. Hovley, a 4-4. Oh, I don't know why I'm laughing, but, you know, it really is it shows you how bad this team was. 4-4. It is look at it again, 5-4. This could be trouble. 5-4 right-handed. Fly ball center X. That's for Hovley, a 4-4. If he can get to it, he's usually fine if he can get to that ball. That's going to be a 16-4, and he does get to it, F2. 5-8-9 on an E4, and he makes the catch. So Hovley with a very nice catch. He ran a ways for that, and that will retire the side. Steve Hovley getting that. Now you wait for me. You give me a chance here, Bill. It's no runs, no hits, the walk, left on second. It's still a 1-1 ball game. And now we have a sneaky poo coming from Bill Ivamy. Wait for it now. Wait for it. Top of the third, Bill Ivamy. Oh, perfect timing, Bill. Perfect. Babe Ruth called this teammate the All-American out. Name this Hall of Fame teammate. Holy cow. The All-American out. God. I don't know what the point of it was, but I'm just going to take a guess. Oh, Joel Horlin, you're right. I was thinking hitter. I was thinking it was disparaging. Wade Hoyt is a great answer. Did you know that, Joel? Did you know that? Holy cow. Well, it can't be Leo DeRocher because he wasn't a teammate. Leo was not a teammate, Joel, of Ruth. He called this teammate. Leo it is, but Leo wasn't on the Yankees. He was on the Yankees? Holy cow. You know, you learn something every day. Well, I'll be a horse's ass. I don't know why he didn't play in 1926 or 27, but he was on the 28 and 29 Yankees. And I don't know what he meant by that. He was eventually traded. He went to the Gas House gang. I don't know what he meant by that. In other words, that he could throw an out. Throw a guy out, or that because he was not a good hitter. Yeah. Interesting. So I guess he was referring to his hitting. Great question. He couldn't hit, no. He was not much of a hitter. He really wasn't. As I recall, he hit 246 on the 34 cards, and if I'm right, that's only because I remember from playing the old timer sets. I think I've had enough coffee. He was a great fielder, though. Yeah, no doubt about it. Great question. And thank you for Bill Ivamy. Thank you for the question. Don't forget, we have a question top of the fourth. Thank you, Rick. Oh. 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 I'm gonna take a little break for about 2 or 3 minutes, folks. I'll be right back. Thank you. It's not life-threatening. We're going to get resuming here, folks. And remember, we've got a question top of the fourth after this inning. This is a 1-1 ball game. And I want to thank everybody for being here. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is my social interaction with friends. This is it for me. And it's something I value. I say that in all sincerity. I have 12:09 p.m. Eastern. Oh. Thank you, Kathy. Oh. It's almost like being in a new world. Oh. Jim Perry. takes the mound. He was the unfortunate recipient of an unearned run due to an error by Leo Cardenas. Nevertheless, he did allow a single, and then the base hit by Ron Clark. I don't know if he has any relation to David L. Clark, who invented the Clark bar, which was pioneering because it put a thin chocolate coating on what I believe is some sort of butterscotch or some sort of wafer-like butterscotch thing. And it's going to be John Donaldson, the leadoff hitter here in the top of the third. He grounded to short in the first, and it is a crowd of 17,000. I guess, you know, the Twins have clinched, but only 17,000 because it's they don't want to watch Seattle, I guess. Here's Perry now. And the pitch to Donaldson. That looks to me like a 6-9 left-handed, and that means ground ball to second, Rodney. Over to Reese. Rodney to Reese. Has kind of a nice ring to it, doesn't it? It was a 6-9 left-handed. A Rodney to Reese ground out. And that's going to bring up Steve Whitaker now. Is this the same Steve Whitaker that ended up on the Tigers? Anybody at all? Anybody at all? It's not a trivia question. It's an honest question. Steve Whitaker, who I think was a pretty good second baseman. Oh, no, he's an outfielder. Must not be. I'm thinking of a different Whitaker. Well, in any case, Steve Whitaker, these are the exact lineups, folks. These are the exact, you know, I am getting, Lou Whitaker, right? I am getting sick and tired of seeing this on my screen all day. I really, really am, yeah, you're talking Lou Whitaker, thank you. I'm really getting tired of it. I keep it on because I have personal reasons which are nuanced and complex. I'll tell you why I have CNN on. Not that I should be apologetic, necessarily. You can say whatever you want. You can say CNN sucks. There was a guy who had a Twitter handle called CNN is Hitler. Can you believe that? But I don't want to get political, nor do I want to get into any trouble. I know the boundaries. I know the boundaries. Here's Whitaker. I was thinking Lou Whitaker. Yeah. Whitaker with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. Perry now. And the pitch to Whitaker. That's right, that's 4-8 left-handed. Struck him out. Second for Jim. Of course, Jim's brother Gaylord has won 19 for the Giants. Marichal leads the NL with 24, and he's been stuck there for 3 starts. Okay, for various reasons. He got bombed once, he reached fatigue once, didn't pitch that well, then maybe lost I'm just making this up. This is a confabulation. Maybe he lost a tough one, who knows? But he's been holding at 24 for a while. And you have Gaylord with 19. Like I said, we talked about both Baltimore and Minnesota. I'm only putting really people who were near 20 wins. I cut the size of my, oh, is that right, Bill? Was one of the, yes, I remember it now. Oh, shit, I remember it now. You know, you are one of the best historians, if you will, of the Strat-O-Matic Network 1969 replay. You know, you are really one of the, you are the fact that you remember that, and fortunately, it's one of the rare things that we do have archived. And it, and you're a big fan, and I'm really sorry, but you know, when Bill Ivamy starts going this route, I can't help but revisit for nostalgia. I know Kathy has a question, top of the 4th. This won't take long. I won't play the whole thing. Well, without further ado. And what you want to do is set this up. The 2 unearned runs have already scored in the top of the 9th. You came in with this being a 5-3 ball game. This was a 5-3 game. Giants over the Braves, and that's what they needed to do. 3.5 out. This was the turning point of the whole season. And here we have already 2, this is not shown, 2 frickin' unearned runs, an error by Lanier. I remember that. Lum with the double. And then Felipe knocking in Lum, I believe. Juan. The game is tied now. The game is tied 5-5. And let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. This is what happened. Well, without further ado, they've come out to speak to Marichal. And the audio quality is not as good as when I do it live, but of course that makes it kind of like old-time baseball radio. You know what I mean? You remember how sometimes the game would come in and out? They're going to keep him in this game. He still has endurance. He's in his first endurance inning. He's allowed 2 hits. It really comes down to this, Felix. Now, Felipe is on second with 2 outs. It's a tie ball game. Here's Felix now. Felipe, the go-ahead run. Marichal. This was the whole season. This was the entire season in one pitch
From the stretch.
for the Giants and the Braves.
Here's the pitch to Felix now. 1-6. Oh, Christ. Oh, Christ, it's gone. Felix has just hit 2-run home run off narrow shot. Holy Christ.
And don't hold it past him to hit a home run, Bill, because he did hit home runs. Sometimes he'd hit 8, sometimes he'd have 12. He hit the winner. I think this was the moment when Felix has power. In fact, I think he has end power against right-handers. I'd have to look.
Can you believe that? Shit. It's a nightmare. 4 runs for Atlanta here.
And they came in 5-3. Now they're winning 6-5, I believe. Just want to make sure. They came in 5-3, and with that 4 runs, holy shit, 7. Oh. Wait a minute. You're telling me he had 22 career home runs? Whoa. I did not know that. 22 career home runs, but he had 6 in 69. Thank you, Joel. There's one more piece to this. There's an epilogue. So am I right? That's a 2-run home run. That's going to be a 4 runs. It's going to be 7-5. Yeah. They were down. They were tied 5-5. 2-run home run, 7-5.
On the roll, a 1-6. Of course, it would have been a different roll due to the butterfly effect. Still would have been. It would not have been gone against a left-hander.
There's an epilogue, folks.
That's the way I look at it. He walked 1.
Great to get back to sort of solidifying or crystallizing the reality of what's happened in this replay, Bill. Seriously.
6 earned, 1 unearned. And with Aaron coming up,
can you imagine that?
Down by 2 runs. We'll bring in Frank Lindsay.
The funny thing about the Bucky Dent,
Last game.
funny thing about the Bucky Dent,
What a shame. It looks like
as
the
Lindsay
Giants
is
are
coming.
out of it.
Yeah, they're out of it.
Probably. If the Giants lose this, they will be 4 1/2 games out of first place.
Well, guess what, folks? Guess how many games they're out of first place right now?
Not many.
They're freaking
With the runs scoring.
6 1/2 now. It's over. Okay.
We had 2 advancements with a runner on second with no outs. And that was what happened.
And I have something to say.
Lindsay is ready.
If I can remember, I have something to
Here's
say
Aaron.
after this.
What a shame.
I hope you folks don't mind this replay here.
Here's Lindsay now. The pitch to Aaron. 210. It's a ballpark blast. You might as well blow them out of the water. Why not? .210 ballpark blast. Going deep, right-handed. Gone. Back-to-back home runs. Looks like the Atlanta Braves will win the... I know it's early still. I know there's still time. But the Braves, looks like the Braves are the team to win the division here.
And that's basically it, folks. Now, what I want to tell you about is that they're going to win it. And I'm going to tell you something else now. It ain't over in the East, in the AL East. You got to do some running around. What does that mean, sir? I don't know what that means. Wow. I don't know. Oh, I'm so blown away right now. I don't know if I'm in any condition to continue playing. This is part of what I'm going through. At least I'm not getting inappropriate. Okay? I am just, oh, you have to do store groceries. You know what? I got to do something myself. I'm going to take off. And I just want to thank everybody who's been here. Wow. That'd be all right.
Sometimes life's
It'll be all right, folks. Okay? This is what you get, Kathy, I know Kathy has a question. Do you want to do your question now, Kathy, before we take off? You want to move it? I know it's 2 outs. With Walton coming up. Let me just get Walton taken care of here. Okay. Pitch from Perry. That's going to be 5-8. Right-handed. Grounded to second X again. That's 5-8 right-handed. Carew 326. You'll save it for later. Carew 326. Let me finish this off. Oh. G1. Isn't this kind of cumbersome? 4-5-6. He's at 26. And he gets it to Reese. It's, you know what that is? That's a Rodney to Reese again. And these Rodney Teresa's will add up. They will frickin' add up. Folks, I'm going to take off. Thank you.